Omax is out, and D-Live and Maxi. There will be a update on their health later today.
Jayson, we've talked about the leadership of Markieff Morris, and another example last night, he was carrying D-Live off the court. Just talk about his presence in the locker room and how much that translates, just the positivity in the game itself.
Yeah, I think Markieff won't show up in the stat sheet, but what he's done for us all, on the sideline as a teammate, I'm not going to say coach because he's a player. And so just understanding, being there for his team, he's a guy that's going to tell them the truth at halftime or before the game or during the game. And so, again, I mentioned in game 2, he had a big play of the challenge that we won. So he, again, a veteran. We need more of those veterans in this league to help these young men on and off the floor. And he's been great for us. He's actually been the MVP. For this season for us. If there was a vote, I know everybody's going to say that Kai or Luka should get that award, yes. But there's a lot of things that go on in a season that a lot of people don't see, and so he would be definitely a candidate for the MVP.
Have you taken off?
Yeah, he was in high school playing in one of the Nike events, and I got to see him. It was pretty good. Just the way he carried himself, the way he handled, not just the ball. That's a gift. That's just he's gifted with that, and he's worked extremely hard at that. But just the way he carried himself and the way he thought the game and played the game.
So was he high school age at that time?
Yeah.
And did you actually talk to him or just watch him?
No, I was too big time.
Walking off the court has continued to say job's not finished. That's kind of been the mantra here. You had a chance to play with Kobe. Just talk about the Mamba mentality that this Dallas Mavericks team has.
Yeah, I think when you look at, when you talk about the series, it's the first team to 4, not the first team to 1 or 2 or 3. And so for us, it's, we've talked about that in the film and on the court about we haven't, done anything. We got another game at home to protect home on game 4, understanding we know what the series stands, but it's just us, trying to protect home tomorrow night, and that's what we talked about today. Understand Minnesota is going to come out with everything and expect, that they're going to make every shot. So we have to make it tough, continue to, not let go of the rope, but continue to be desperate and hungry.
We heard from Jayson about the leadership role that Markieff has been playing all season long. Any relationship with you guys, and what has he kind of told you throughout the season?
Yeah, Keith, he talks to everybody in the locker room. He's pretty much like the one that holds the locker room down. So with Keith, he's just like the OG. Like everybody listen to him. Like everybody respect him. So it's like it's a respect factor in the locker room that goes a long way with Keith. And I grew up watching Keith since I was younger. So I've always known him and his brother. So and I worked out with him when I was younger. So he's a good dude, and I was just glad to be his teammate. So. Oh, he gonna be in for a long night. I already knew Kyle was coming, and Kyle liked that type of stuff. I feel like that get him ready, that get him going. So.
What has your experience been?
I'm pretty much. They amaze me every game, pretty much. Like they do something new every game with Kyrie and Luka. I mean, just like the moves that they do, they pull, or the layups Kyrie does, or the step backs Luka does, and them moments I feel like are what makes this game so fun. So. It's great, to have my family and a bunch of my friends from my hometown, Detroit, watching me and seeing how far I've made it. It's truly a blessing. I just thank God that I'm in this position today, and I just always just remain humble and just give gratitude. So.
Jaden, have you taken yourself outside of your position as a professional basketball player right now and thought from maybe your 7-year-old, little kid's self, like a childhood perspective of, I've got Luka and Kyrie as my teammate, Jason Kidd, a Hall of Fame head coach, Chuck and Shaq are talking about the game that I'm playing right now. Like, how surreal 2 years in the league is this moment for you? Have you given yourself time and space to realize?
Really, I think about it, and it really is just a dream come true when I think about it. And like I said, it's just a blessing to be here, And you know, I'm super grateful to be on this team. I feel like we have a bunch of great guys and coaches that stick together and believe in each other. So I feel like when you have a great organization where people just want to see everybody do good and push for each other, I feel like that goes a long way. And I feel like that's why we having good success this season. You know what we're trying to build here, and for me to have these opportunities, you know, have this chance to play in the playoffs my first time, it's a great experience.
Now, I was going to ask you, because you were getting a lot of more minutes earlier in the season and all that. How difficult is it to stay patient and just wait your turn, so to speak?
Yeah, it's difficult, but you know that's part of being a pro. You know, staying ready whenever you hear your name called. You know, going out there and being able to be ready to perform. And I feel like that's something that I've done good this year. Is, you know, staying ready. So whenever I hear my name called, and I'm able to go out there and perform at my best. So information always there for me. And he wants to see me get better. So you know, I'm always asking him questions, a sponge. You know, I like working him out, and I ask him like certain things in his workouts that he does, and it's just good to see that, and being able to learn from someone that caliber of player, a future Hall of Famer, is great. So.
Last night when Lively went down, that was obviously a scary moment. How were y'all able to stay poised and focused and just keep going forward in that game?
It's the next man up league. I mean, it's sad to say it, but we never want nobody to go down. But D-Live know that we're here and we're gonna hold him down, and we got his back through everything, and we're waiting for him to get back. I mean, we don't know what's going on, so we'll assess by tomorrow and see what's going to happen. And like I said, it's the next man up league. You gotta be ready whenever your number's called.
Derek, how has this season, you know, exceeded your expectations?
For me, I didn't know what to expect coming in, and I mean, Coach Kidd, when I had my interview with Coach Kidd before I signed here, he told me that I had to work for everything that I got. And I mean, I told Coach Kidd, like I told y'all before, it's something that I've always had to do throughout my career. So it's not going to be something that's going to make me be down, make me feel some type of way. So I've never been handed anything. So everything that I worked for, I've got it. So.
Success in the first round, you had success in the second round doing that. And do you think that that's helped you as these series have progressed?
Nah, I just feel like I'm a great defender. That's who I am. I believe that I should have had possibly been on second team on defense if I would have met the requirements. But you know, I'm very confident in my defense, and I trust my defense, and I know what I'm capable of on the defense end. So if I ever get mad at myself on the defense end, it's because I hold myself to that standard.
Well, you were wincing a little bit before that. Had you hit your wrist?
I just had to peek.
I guess that hurt.
When you ain't go for a long time, it's just, you know, you gotta go. You gotta go.
We're going the wrong direction, We're going the wrong direction.
Call me a vibe, call it trees.
He's done great. He works every day, and when his number's called, he comes in and competes really hard and contributes in all different areas. So it's been good.
O'Shea often hasn't gotten the most minutes, but he's always been like one of the most engaged people on the bench. What has he been like just as a teammate and just as an energy person?
He's been great. Like you said, he's a big energy person for us. So when we throw him in the game, I mean, he can shift the energy of the game. He's going to come in, maybe get a rebound, fast break, layup, something like that. So those little things can change the dynamic of the game. Like staying calm, we're executing really well. We got great shots. Guys are making big time plays. So that's what it comes down to.
You guys were in this.
I think it's just probably like it's us against the whole arena. So we like going to a place like this. That's who Drew is. I mean, just an unbelievable defensive player, all-around player, but makes the big-time defensive plays when you need it most. Well, I just think they work well together. I mean, they've been playing together for, 7 years now, so they know each other well, and it's worked. I mean, they've had a lot of success together.
And do you guys feel like you're playing your best basketball right now, or do you think you guys still got levels to reach?
I think there's still another level. I think we're growing every game, and that's what you want to do. Though you want to keep adding to levels as you go on. So I think there's still another level we can get to. Though.
Do you want to give us an inside scoop on KP?
He looks really good. I think he'll be ready shortly.
There you have it. Peyton, thank you so much. Good luck tonight.
Appreciate it.